All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the weekly BGA Insurance Group Medicare Ask Us Anything live stream. Tonight we have just Joe. Greg decided to take the night off. He's probably hanging with his new baby, so we'll give him a pass on that. But very important is we are just days away from the Medicare annual enrollment period, which starts on October 15th. Even though it hasn't officially started, you can definitely start reaching out to the guys to get your questions in or to get your appointments booked. So don't hesitate to do that. And I just wanted to have a quick update for everybody. So anyone who watched the show last week knows that we made it easier for you to book appointments using this service called Calendly. However, anyone that's on Facebook, first of all, if you could like our page and follow the page, you could do that by, finding BGA Insurance Group. But right at the top of the page, now click a button right here that will allow you to just pick an appointment date right from a calendar. So you can scroll through, you can look and see what times are available. For example, next Thursday, there's only one time available. And you can just easily book an appointment at any time using that button. So anybody that wants to get their Medicare supplements, Medicare Part D, or anything reviewed by the guys, you can go ahead and do it right there on Facebook. So what's going on, Joe? Any news for us?
Well, like you said, we're on the eve of annual enrollment this year, and things really picked up since last week. I've been night and day just working on drug plans as they've been coming in, Medicare supplement plans. So, I mean, there's a lot going on. I mean, as a matter of fact, Greg had something else to do, so he couldn't be on tonight. And quite a few of our agents had always asked, "Hey, I'd like to get on the YouTube live show with you one day." And I've asked quite a few of them, and they're so busy with pre-annual enrollment that none of them can make it on today. So that's why I am solo. So it just tells you that there are agents who wanted to get on and be a special guest star and couldn't do it because they're just busy with their clients right now.
Yeah.
Which I want to touch on. We sent out. I know I've sent out the drug prescription form so you can fill out your prescriptions. And I got an overwhelming response myself. I think I received like 400 emails in a matter of two days.
Wow.
So, I just ask everybody to be patient. I will get to you. I never left anybody behind in any year that we've been doing this. So I just, it may take a week, it may take 2 weeks, but we'll get it done. And as you're filling out these prescription plans, there's a couple things I just want to bring up to make sure that you're doing this right. So this way I don't have to do double the work. If you're taking a brand name, make sure you use the brand name. If you're taking the generic name, make sure you're using the generic name on the form. That's very important because that just really throws off pricing. And if it's not right, we have to do it all over again. Also, when you're implementing your prescriptions, just make sure you're spelling them out correctly. Because as Ryan brought up to me before we got on that, it won't show up on the drug form if you're not properly using the correct spelling on those prescriptions. So try to read them right off of the bottle with the milligrams and dosages. So that's what I wanted to bring up on the drug plans. So they're coming in, we're getting to them. And like I said, just be patient with us. Everybody will get done. There's a lot of changes going on. I also want to bring up that, I'm talking to a lot of folks out there and like, well, if I'm suggesting a new drug plan, they're saying, well, that's not what I'm paying now. Remember, you can't go by what you're paying now in 2020, because although you might think your plan is the best in 2020 and you love the pricing, well, the reason why I didn't recommend it in 2021 is because that plan's changing. It's going to be more costly for you. Otherwise, I would just say, hey, listen, stay with the plan that you're on right now. For 2021, it's still the best. And I've done that with a couple of clients, but if I'm telling you that there is a plan that's going to be more savings, that's because your current plan is changing right after the new year for 2021. So regarding the prescription drug plans, that's what I have on that. I have emailed everybody's scope of appointments, a scope of appointment form I need signed back. And the reason why I need that is because CMS requires it. It enables us to talk about drug plans with you. And I noticed that some folks, not a lot, are having, I'm getting them back and they're not signed. And the reason they're not signed is because people don't know how to use the signature box with your mouse. Basically, where it says signature and there's a box there for you to sign, take your mouse, click down on the left-hand button and hold it down on your mouse and just scroll your name in that signature box and I will get it back signed. So that's just about the only thing that's missing on that. I just wanted to bring that up because there are a few people who are having a problem with that issue. So other than that, a couple things we're going to talk about Medicare supplement plan wise, which is also Medigap. Medigap is the correct term. People use Medicare supplements. So I just wanted to bring that up and talk about pricing and some new companies on the market and some old companies on the market. There's a lot of people I've been talking to over the years who said, well, you know what? My cousin has AARP for Plan F and they love it and they think it's the greatest plan in the world. Yes, Plan F is a fantastic plan, but it's also a standardized plan. So meaning just because AARP has it, Aetna has it, Cigna has it, and pretty much every other Medicare supplement carrier has it. Plan F is Plan F no matter who you buy it from. The benefits are exactly the same. Same thing for Plan G and same thing for Plan F. The one difference is the pricing on the monthly premium is different. Now, notoriously, AARP, United Healthcare, and also Blue Cross's Security 65, well, those are great plans, but everybody has them, but they're also the most expensive on the market. So, I'm running into a lot of folks who say, well, listen, my neighbor has AARP and they're paying $400 a month for Plan F and they think it's great. Well, that is great. However, I could probably get you Plan F with another A-rated insurance carrier, probably for $100 to $200 less a month, depending on your age, depending on your health and things like that. So I like to bring that up because, we ask people, listen, you should do a review on your Medicare supplement once every couple of years, if not every year, just to make sure the pricing is right. You'd be surprised how long you were paying AARP for a lot of money each month when you could have had it for a lot less and, and saved a lot of money that way. So anybody out there who's got AARP, make sure you give your BGA agent a call, or anybody knows somebody who's on AARP or Security 65 or any company for that fact, because there's Aetna plans that are out there that have gotten old, and every few years, these Medicare carriers reprice their plans. So you might have Aetna right now, but there's a new block of Aetna business that's priced a lot lower for the same plan that you have right now. Same thing with Cigna, same thing with Transamerican, same thing with all the top carriers. So I just always suggest to kind of do a review on your Medicare supplement plan. Chances are, if I got you a Medicare supplement plan last year, it's probably good for another year, 2 years, 3 years. So, and then you kind of want to review the pricing on that. With your prescription plan, you want to do it once a year, no matter what, during the enrollment period, because the drug plans change every year, regardless of health. Okay. And, depending, and doesn't matter. The copays change, the monthly premiums change, the deductibles change, the formularies change. So that's something you want to check every year, no matter what. Getting back to GAP plans, like I said, they're standardized. So that G plan or that F plan is an F plan, no matter who you buy from. Same thing with the G. People have been asking me about silver sneakers. They want a Medicare supplement plan, a Medigap plan that has silver sneakers. It doesn't exist. I just brought up AARP before. They're very expensive. They're probably the only ones that have silver sneakers right now at this point. But you're going to pay for the supplement plan. I always tell people, listen, get yourself a Medicare supplement plan for a lot less money and pay for your own gym membership. It's more cost effective. Cigna used to have silver sneakers attached to one of their old Medicare plans. There's the top carriers who were very competitively priced do not carry silver sneakers. You would have to go to a Medicare Advantage plan, which is an HMO or a PPO, to get silver sneakers. And that is an entirely different plan than your Medicare and your Medigap plan. So I just wanted to bring that up also. People have asked me, well, what plans are good? What Medigap plans are good? As far as letter-wise, well, you have Plan A, Plan B, Plan C, D, F, G, and all of those plans. But I have to say, in the Pennsylvania, New Jersey area, the most popular comprehensive plans that make sense for pretty much everybody is F, G, or N, because all your basic benefits are covered. Yes, a copay here or a copay there or a deductible there, depending on what you don't want to pay for. It's always something to talk about. But those are the three plans that are the most comprehensive in the tri-state area. So that's something I wanted to bring up also, because people are always confused. They have Plan B. Well, Plan B is a very old plan that doesn't have a lot of coverage. And as you can see by the chart that Ryan is showing you, there's a lot of gaps in coverage on the Plan A, Plan B. Plan C is an old plan that's been around for a long time. So if you have that plan, Plan C, chances are you have it with Security 65 Blue Cross. Give us a call, because you could be paying hundreds and hundreds of dollars for that plan a month, and you could probably get it for a fraction of that cost with another carrier. Realistically, you would probably move to Plan F or Plan G at that point. And then there's some deductible plans like K and L that might make sense for some folks. But again, now you're getting into a lot more cost sharing, a lot more deductibles at that point.
Yeah, so if anybody has a question about specific plan letters, the plan you have right now, you can let us know on Facebook and on YouTube. There's a little comment box. You can feel free to ask a quick question if you'd like. Or if you want, you can just email Joe directly. Or like we showed on the Facebook page, you can book a quick appointment or call with Joe and ask him, if you still have Plan B, maybe it makes sense to move to a Plan N or something like that to save yourself some money. Joe, is there any specific reason why someone might be on A, B, C, some of these older plans, or is it just because, they've always had it for a while and the person maybe has just never thought to look for a new plan?
Well, in most cases, those plans were they've been around for a lot of years, and they were inexpensive years and years and years ago.
Right.
And, so a lot of people, went that way. A lot of the other plans weren't offered at the time. And some people stayed healthy and never had an issue, so never really paid any out-of-pocket expenses. And then you started getting into chronic conditions where people started paying a lot of money out of pocket, because there's a lot of gaps in coverage there as far as hospital deductibles and hospital copays and things like that. So, and then some people just get very comfortable. They don't want to talk about Medicare once a year.
Right.
So I always suggest, look, it's always worth a 10-minute conversation. It does not have to be 2 hours long to talk about Medigap plans. I could show you the difference between if you have a plan F to a plan, if you have a plan B, and show you the difference of what plan F covers and how fast it is to do underwriting. A lot of people don't want to go through the process of underwriting. They think it's like life insurance where some doctor is going to come out to their house and take a physical and take blood work. That's not how Medigap works or Medicare supplements work. I'm going to basically ask you about 30 health questions over the phone, and then that's it. And then the company, once I submit your application, let's say I'm working with Aetna with you at that point, they may call you and just ask you the same health questions just to verify what I did on the application. So it's a very easy process. And then I get either a decline or you're approved, and I give you a call and let you know the good news. And again, we shop it around because there are carriers out there, basically with Medigap plans. A lot of the health questions are the same, but there are a lot of carriers who are liberal on more health questions. And that's why I always say, look, if I can't get you with one company, let me look around for some other good companies out there, because I know there's a company out there, Central States. They're a little bit more liberal on the health questions when it comes to AFib, where Aetna and Cigna are a little bit more tougher on that. So chances are, if I have somebody with AFib who doesn't have a whole lot of underlying other conditions, I might be able to get them on that CSI, which is Central States Indemnity. If you don't know who that is, it's a very big company in the United States. Warren Buffett is in that umbrella with them. So that's a company that is very popular with people who have AFib because they were able to get on a Medicare supplement at that point. So, it's always, like I said, it's always something where you just want to review it. It's a few questions. It really is worth a 10-minute conversation if it could save you $200 a month.
Yeah. And for anybody, I know a lot of your existing clients may be here, Joe, but for anybody that might just be on original Medicare, they should be looking for supplement plans, correct? Like they might have been auto-enrolled in original Medicare, maybe their first timer. So there could be people out there that just simply have original Medicare. Is that correct?
Yeah, I run into people who have original Medicare, just A and B and no supplements. They never thought about supplementing it.
Right.
Well, they're paying 20% out of pocket.
Right.
Some of those folks are really healthy, and I'm able to get them a supplement plan without a problem, just minimal, just a few health questions. And then you have some people who never really did anything to supplement that Medicare A and B, and they have a lot of chronic conditions. And most of these carriers won't take them. So we have to resort to maybe a Medicare Advantage plan, and it may be a plan that they may not want. When you get into Medicare disability, that was a good statement you brought up before. If you're not 65 years old and you fall under Medicare disability, where let's say you're 55 years old and you qualify for Medicare, well, that's what's called your open enrollment period. Okay. And it's very important to get in touch with us, because at that point, you have one time before you're age 65 where you could choose any plan that you want without any health questions. Because of Medicare disability, we get to choose you the Medicare supplement that you want. But once you're on that plan, you're not going to really be able to shop for another Medicare supplement plan until the age of 65, because 99.9% of these carriers just don't take Medicare disability people once they're on a plan already and once they're on Medicare. But when you turn 65, okay, let's say you're 55 and then you wait 10 years and you're age 65, well, guess what? You fall into what's called another open enrollment period for yourself, where, okay, I've been on this plan for 10 years. The rates have increased. I get another chance to choose what I want as far as a Medicare, Medigap plan and Medicare supplement plan. Medicare Advantage, never any health questions. We could always get you on one of those. But listen, that's not the way it always works for people. A lot of people want original Medicare with a Medicare supplement plan. So when you have Medicare disability, if you're not age 65, you will have another enrollment period at age 65. So if you fall into that category, make sure you give us a call at that point, because you'll have a window of a couple of months to get on another Medigap plan. So if you're paying, let's say, $400 for Plan F, and you really want to stay with Plan F, but at that point you're age 65, we could probably cut the cost in half for you. So that's very important to touch base with us on.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would like to get their costs cut in half. Sounds like a good idea to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I wanted to bring up Part B specialty drugs.
Okay.
a lot of people don't know what that falls under. It's not what they're not prescriptions that you would get from your local pharmacy on your drug plan. Part B specialty drugs are drugs that are administered in a hospital setting, doctor setting, outpatient facility. So in other words, a lot of people need reclass infusions. If they have osteoporosis, you would always get that at a doctor's office. That's what falls under Part B specialty drugs. Same thing with chemo or radiation therapy. That's considered Part B specialty drugs because it's administered in a doctor's office, in a hospital, or an outpatient facility.
Right.
And the one thing about original Medicare, and I always bring this up when people are deciding between original Medicare and Medicare Advantage. Original Medicare and your Medicare supplement. So original Medicare basically covers 80% of your hospitalization and anything medically necessary. Your supplement plan always covers the other 20%. Well, the good thing about specialty drugs is that Part B specialty drugs are covered under original Medicare and your supplement plan. So you're pretty much 100% covered. Okay, depending on the supplement plan, you might have a very small deductible, but the bottom line is if you're taking any sort of specialty drugs, you are covered under original Medicare and your supplement plan. Medicare Advantage plans is very important to think about. So anybody shopping for a Medicare Advantage plan, I want to bring this up. You are only covered for 80%. Doesn't matter what company you're looking at. It could be Humana, it could be Independence Blue Cross, it could be Aetna, it could be Clover. It does not matter. They only cover 80% of Part B specialty drugs. The other 20% comes out of your pocket. Well, a lot of people think, wow, 20% isn't a lot of money. Well, guess what? God forbid you get cancer. 1 in 4 of us have cancer. We know somebody who has cancer or died of cancer. Well, that falls in the Part B specialty drugs if you have to get chemo or radiation therapy. I've seen chemo and radiation therapy, that 20% that you have to pay because your Advantage plan only covers 80. It's broken the bank in a few cases for a lot of people. That's a lot of money to pay for your chemotherapy or radiation therapy or your E-class infusions or anything that's being administered at a doctor's office. It could get very costly. So, when you're shopping around, you're deciding between Medicare and Medicare Advantage, and that's a concern of yours. Like if cancer's on your mind, it runs in the family or things like that. That could be something very important to decide which way you're going. Should I go to original Medicare, or I'm not really worried about it too much and I'll pay the 20% and I'll just stay with a Medicare Advantage plan because my monthly premium is a lot lower.
Right.
But that's something that we can get into when we talk because if you're going to go with a Medicare Advantage plan this year, we may need to talk about an indemnity plan to cover your hospitalization copay, a lump sum cancer benefit, which are very inexpensive plans you could add on to your Advantage plan. But that's something we definitely want to talk about if you're going to go to a Medicare Advantage plan this year.
All right. So it sounds like anybody that hasn't gotten in their appointment, you better do it now because Joe's getting super busy and enrollment is officially starting on October 15th. It does run through the 7th. Of December, so you do have some time, but you can, if you want to, you can schedule an appointment a little bit farther out if you want. First week in November, second week in November, you can use the scheduling tool to do that. That's totally fine. Sometimes it's a good idea to just get it over with because as the holidays start coming around, people forget, to do these kind of things. So as we kind of wrap it up here, if anyone has a question, feel free to add it to the comment box. Otherwise, we'll start to wrap it up. I do want to say that if you're on Facebook, make sure to hit the like button at the top. And if you're on YouTube, there's a little subscribe button. You can hit that and you'll get notified every time we do a video. You can always watch a replay later. If you can't make it, you'll see it when you log on to YouTube. You can always watch these kind of videos later on. Occasionally, Joe or Greg has a really important update, maybe about coronavirus or, some interesting things that are going on with the next administration, whatever happens with the election. So there's some juicy topics sometimes. So it's a good idea to tune in every week if you can. So I don't see any questions. There are a bunch of people watching. I don't see any questions. Joe, so I don't know if you had any final comments or statements before we sign off.
Yeah, no, we're just super busy right now. It hit us at once and we're on the eve of it and we're busy. I just want to mention to people on our calendar, if you have trouble finding an appointment for the time slot that you're looking for, don't hesitate to call. And tell your friends that you may refer somebody to me and they may not see anything on the calendar that looks good for them to be on. Just tell them to call me. We're going to fit everybody in no matter what. We're going to get you in. So, we're going to find you the right drug plan. We're going to find you the right Medicare supplement plan or the right Medicare Advantage plan. So don't hesitate to call if you can't get in on the calendar at the time slot that you're looking for. Your BGA agent will get everybody in. That's just what we do. So we'll carry this to December 7th if we have to. Things usually slow down around Thanksgiving, but we always have the hanger-ons who we hear from the last week. But like I said, just don't hesitate to call. We'll get everybody in.
I'm muted. So with that, we will close things out. If you want to come back next week, if you think of questions you have, you can always come here and ask them. Other people might have the same questions, so it's helpful for everybody. But until then, we will see all of you guys next week.
All right.
Bye-bye.